Hey guys, this is Marcus with Push Square, and today I thought we could take a quick look at the most popular rumors and speculation in regards to the PlayStation 5. So jumping right in, the next-gen console is rumored by both the press and the players to be announced this year, with most people expecting this to take place at a new PlayStation Experience event later in the year in December, and this is speculated to be followed by a full console reveal sometime in the first or second quarter of 2020. With that said, many sources have come to believe that the PlayStation 5 will launch towards the end of 2020, which I feel is too soon because I'm still getting a lot of enjoyment out of my PS4, but only time will tell if Sony thinks so as well. Simultaneously with the console's announcement, I would expect some sort of marketing push about PlayStation Now because that's going to be a hugely important service to publicize, especially after the announcement of Google Stadia and to compete with the Xbox Game Pass moving forward into the next generation. Moving on from the rumored release dates, let's run through some hardware rumors. Some of these are a bit more obvious, there's a few crazy ones, but we'll get into those later. Obviously, with the benchmark set by the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X, the PS5 is going to come packing with a lot more powerful hardware. I think it's safe to expect a more consistent 60 frames per second standard for games, true 4K game support, as well as a 4K Blu-ray disc player like we expected the PS4 Pro to have, but it didn't for some reason. I'd also be really stoked if it included a solid-state drive, but I know these are a bit pricier than traditional drives, and I think it's forgivable, especially if they allow us to upgrade the hard drives like the PS4 did. I know that my 2TB upgrade in my PS4 is like one of the best decisions that I've ever made. And one last rumor that I read online is that the new console is currently aiming to have more teraflops than the Google Stadia streaming computers, which means that PS5 is aiming to have a graphics card with at least 10.7 teraflops, whatever that means. Going back to the rumored release date of the console, if these dates are accurate, that means that some games that are already announced are very likely going to be released in the gray area between generations. Games like The Last of Us Part 2 and Death Stranding, maybe cross-gen PlayStation exclusives. Some other rumored launch or close to launch titles that the internet seems to be expecting include things like Bloodborne 2 and a Horizon Zero Dawn sequel, as well as the long-awaited Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think we could also expect a more family-friendly game like a Ratchet & Clank, or maybe a new remastered game from Bluepoint. Personally, I would settle for a new PlayStation All-Stars game, but that's just me. And now, jumping into some of the more crazy stuff, you guys probably all saw that weird patent that came out a few weeks back. Apparently Sony patented some software that may allow for full backwards compatibility to all past PlayStation titles on the PlayStation 5. Which would be really insane, and I'm sure we would all appreciate that greatly, so here's hoping for that one. At the very least, it's rumored that PlayStation 5 is going to have PlayStation 4 backwards compatibility though. In terms of an updated PlayStation VR, there's not really been any rumors or commotion in that regard yet. However, looking back, there were some new controller patents filed back in 2017 and 2018, but there's not a whole lot of news about that yet. Anyways, that was just a really quick rundown of the latest rumors and commotion about the PlayStation 5. What kind of things do you guys expect to see with the hardware, software, or game library with the PlayStation 5 that I haven't touched on already? Let me know in the comments. For more of the latest news and speculation about PlayStation 5, make sure to subscribe to Push Square, and see you next time.